There is a one thing common in all humanity, and that is their desire to acquire abundance of money and wealth. However, every religion actually suggests that this wealth and money and worldly material leisure is a maya, and you should not make attachment to it because it will cause hindrance in your way for salvation or any other higher goal of any religion. So and that causes a lot of confusion in human mind, that shall he acquire a lot of money or not, or a lot of wealth or not? Will this bring him away from God or away from spiritualism? I'm going to explain this concept through a story. So, this story is taken from Hindu mythology, and there are three characters in this story. One is a Rishi Ved Vyas, and Rishi Sukdev Muni, and King Janak. Who doesn't know about these characters? Rishi Ved Vyas was the greatest Rishi who documented the Mahabharata, and Rishi Sukdev Muni was a son of Rishi Ved Vyas, and King Janak appeared as a character in Ramayana and also referred as a greatest devotee and Bhagat in Sikh scripture Sri Guru Granth Sahib. So one day Sukdev went to his father Ved Vyas and said, "Father, I'm not making any progress on spiritual path. So could you just suggest what shall I do?" And Rishi Ved Vyas suggested that you should adopt a guru, a master who will enlighten your path on the salvation and spiritualism. And Sukdev said, "Okay, father, who shall be my guru?" And Rishi Ved Vyas said, "You should go and see King Janak and adopt him as your master." Sukdev was a bit of disappointed with Rishi Ved Vyas' answer about Janak, because Sukdev knew King Janak is a king who's leading a kingdom, and in his view, he's too busy in material gathering and other worldly affairs and luxury. What shall he really know about God? These were the thoughts going on in Sukdev's head. But however, since father suggested he should see him, he went to see Janak, but he did not had much of a hope in his head from Janak. He thought this will be a useless trip, and so he started walking towards Janak's kingdom. On the way up, there was a river. Rishi Sukdev took a bath in the river and changed his wet dhoti with a dry dhoti, and he kept a wet dhoti on his shoulder and started walking towards palace. When he reached on a palace, he asked a guard on a door of a palace that he's here to see King Janak. So the guard went in there to inform King that Rishi Sukdev is out there to see him. So while the guard was inside, Rishi Sukdev got his wet dhoti and he spread it out into the garden to let it be dry till he's having a meeting with the king. So when he walked into the palace, he saw the palace was decorated with the top-notch luxurious decoration and all that, and he was more disappointed now by seeing that much material gatherings and the wealth. So he walked ahead and he saw king was sitting in his kitchen having a lunch. He saw King Janak was having lunch, and the lunch was being served with gold and silver cutlery, many dishes on the table. When he saw all that, Sukdev, he did not dare to ask anything to Janak, and he was angry in his head, and he just thought what this man should really know about God. He started returning back from there. When the king Janak saw the rishis came here and then going back without asking anything, he stood up and he called to Sukdev, "Oh Rishi, you are here to see me, but now you're just returning back. Have I done something wrong? Have I offended you?" And Sukdev said, "No, my father Rishi Ved Vyas suggested me that you shall be my guru. I was here to adopt you as my religious master. But look, you are too busy in this material indulgence and luxury. What shall really you know about God? It was my waste of time coming here. And King Janak very humbly replied, he said, okay, Rishi, I never made any claim that I know anything about spiritualism or God. But you are a son of the greatest Rishi, Rishi Ved Vyas, and you are Rishi yourself practicing a religion and spiritualism. Why not, if you can give me your time and I will listen to you actually, and I might gain something from you, and I might be practicing spiritualism and all that, so while you're here. So with this humble approach, Rishi Sukhdev sat there and they started having conversation about God or whatever, And meanwhile, God came from outside and he said to King, oh, sorry, my lord, sorry to interrupt you. However, there is a fire broke out in your treasure across from palace. And King Janak replied to him, it's okay, just give us few minutes. We are having important conversation. There's an important man here. We are discussing about God. I'm learning about God. So God went back. And after 5 minutes, God came back again. He said, sorry to interrupt you again, my lord, but I just want to inform you that your entire treasure has been burnt down. Now the fire is marching towards this palace. It is almost into the garden where I'm standing. When Sukhdev heard that fire is in a garden, he remembered suddenly about his dhoti. His dhoti is there. So he left and started rushing towards the gate to save his dhoti. And then King Janak stood up and he called back again to Sukhdev. He said, Rishi, you are few minutes before blaming me, indulged into materialistic things. What shall really I know about God? But look, your dhoti is a bigger maya for you than this entire kingdom. Look, my entire treasure has been burned and fire is about to burn my palace as well. But we are discussing God. For me, that is a first. Everything else is a temporary. And when that comes, I'm ready to give up all this that you see as a Maya. So, the moral of the story is, things, a money, a wealth, or business, anything, they are not Maya as they are. It is how you see them. It is how you use them. Is a Maya. So someone can be a wealthy and having all of those material things that we see that, it is a Maya. But if he's like a King Janak, if he's awake in them that these are temporary and only to use, only to serve him and his nation, then that is not Maya. But a smallest thing, a ridiculous thing, if that takes over you, that's a Maya. So that's attachment. It is not the things. A physical accumulation is not attachment. It is how you see them. How you see them is attachment. You should really, there's another story basically, you should really live like a lotus. A lotus is a flower which grows in a filthy mud. Its roots are underneath the filthy mud, but flower itself always blooms above from that mud, It never let it be drowned into the mud. So as the mud is increasing in any pond, the lotus will be raising its level higher as well. So basically that's how you should really be. More wealth is coming in your life, more you are earning is not a problem, but you need to focus more on your character, your morals. You should work more on your awakening so that these material things are not taking over you. If you haven't noticed, you might do it now. A top external part of the roof of a Sikh temple is a lotus shape, and that is there to symbolize that your life should be like lotus. Thank you for listening, and thank you for giving me your important time. And please, if you like it, please do subscribe to my channel and I also wanted to let you know that if my Punjabi brothers are finding it difficult to understand in English this story, I might produce it later in Punjabi as well, but for that you need to subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.